And here's a big bird that's going to take us to Auckland.
New Zealand.
So it's a 3-hour flight. We're 2:30 Kiwi time. Talk a bit of Kiwi, Harris. So here's my travelling buddy. We're outside the Auckland International Airport waiting for ATB car rentals to pick us up. It's now just before 3 o'clock. How's the temperature, Harris?
It's a balmy 16 degrees here in Auckland.
After getting some food, countdown, we're now into our hotel, the Auckland Rose. Auckland Rose Garden Hotel, overlooking the Rose Garden in Auckland, around the docks area. There's my travelling buddy over there. Got the kiwi smoke and chicken on roll. So it's about 6:45 and we're at the Skytower, Auckland, which is about a 15-minute bus ride from where we were. And we're heading all the way up there, up into the dark sky. What happened to you, Harris?
The elevator closed and I went 51 floors up by myself.
Without your dad? It's about 7 o'clock and we're at the top of the Skytower. There's Auckland City down below. There's my travelling mate there, still playing with his phone.
No, I'm filming.
He's filming actually. Night time, of course. Harbour in the distance. Time for a nice coffee in the Skytower. How is it, bro?
Good.
Good cuts?
Yep.
It cost Harris $11 to come up here and $22 for me because I got a discount for seniors, being an old bugger.
This
60
is
plus.
the highest score, by the way.
Normally it's 28, but discount for seniors to 22. I'm looking over the harbour. Just waiting for a lift to come back. We're on the 51st floor at the moment.
Icon. It has sprung from the earth with a proclamation of confidence in our city.
We wanted to create a tower that people could be proud of and that people would really enjoy, because a visitor facility is about entertainment as well as increasing your knowledge, in this case of Auckland, and understanding the Auckland business. And the whole aim of designing an elegant tower which could last a long time and advance architecture, if you like, in Auckland, I think it's been a wonderful experience.
So we wanted to be a visual focus for the city, and what better way of that building, the tallest building in the Southern Hemisphere.
This is Jenna's Fish and Chip at a halal restaurant. You'll be happy, mummy. $12, 2 pieces of fish and plain chips. Help yourself. Thursday the 4th of September, and this is the view from our room over the Rose Garden, which is across the road. Your famous Auckland Rose Garden. Today we're heading on tour of Auckland. We're now at One Tree Hill, Domain, and Harris is over here. He's about to go and introduce himself to this sheep over here. There's a little baby lamb there. Getting closer and closer. Told him he can run 100 metres in 12.5 seconds, so he's much faster. My travelling buddy. See a bit of the view in the distance. We're not at the top yet. According to this, there's 48 volcanoes the Auckland area. Some are active in the last 150,000 years, but this area dates back about 20 million years. Top of one tree. Volcanoes in the background. You can hear the wind in the microphone. And we're back around to Skytower with Harris in the foreground. He's taking a shot of me, taking a shot of him. Harris, speak Kiwi. There's our car park down in the bay down below there. Our next stop is Eden Park, which is that white building in the centre there. Sarah's going to introduce himself to a couple of lambs over there. Just worried that ram doesn't ram him. No, give up. Harris is chasing the sheep. Harris has finally found some that aren't scared of him. Well, after being sent all over Auckland, 7 lots of directions, 7 people who didn't even know where this place was, finally found Eden Park, which is the home of rugby in New Zealand. And we're going to see if we can get inside, have a look at the ground. Here's a shot of Zach scoring a try at Eden Park. We can't get in, but looking from gate D, you can see the stadium, the field. Who knows, maybe one day one of my boys will get to play here. Very impressive facade here of Eden Park. That's where the offices are. This actually says it's a statue of Michael Jones from 1987, the scorer of the first try in the first Rugby World Cup in his first game for the All Blacks. It's now about 1:15 and we're at Mount Eden, which is an extinct volcanic crater. You can see in the distance there. And looking down, so we have Mount Eden crater in the foreground and the city in the background. There's the Skytower. That's where we were earlier this morning at One Tree Hill. And now we're on top of Mount Eden. See the sporting grounds down the right hand side. It's lined up a little bit warmer, probably around 15 degrees. Swinging around to Harris, my travelling buddy. He's trying to hide. There he is. And looking at the Skytower. Quite a few people up here. Probably about 50. little bit clearer. And back around to One Tree Hill. One of the things that Harris pointed out was there's a lot of detached houses and very few units in Auckland. Unlike the Gold Coast, which is dominated by the units. It's nearly 3 o'clock and we're just about to visit my favourite museum at the Domain. There's a car down there with Harris in it. The rugby fields, typical. Just finished KFC. Harris's choice, not mine. I'm always a sucker for a good fountain. We're inside the Domain. About to go into our favourite museum, the Auckland Museum. It's about 10 degrees outside here, but it says inside the winter garden is 20. About to enter Auckland Museum. Entrance is down the way a bit. Here's some whale's teeth. I remember when I had to pay 17 whale's teeth to the village when I married Kai. And 2 drums of kerosene and 3 rolls of material. Similar to the Fijian mats we brought back. Here's how the old school should be set up with the chalkboard there, and the desk here, and the hole there. Harris says is for the drink. No, it's for the ink. Dip your pen in the ink and then blot the paper with the blotting paper. I remember that my first bike was given to me by Mr. Inwood, who was a neighbour, and he'd ridden it all over India and gave it to me. The Holocaust exhibition was one I missed last time. You pick up the phone down there and you can hear the stories from some of the people whose photos are on this board here about their experiences during the Holocaust. These are people who were rescued and transported to New Zealand. Auckland War Museum was opened in 1929 to commemorate the monumental loss of New Zealand lives during First World War. This building is a living memorial to all men and women enlisted in the Auckland province, lost their lives in the theatre of war or other conflict. On the walls of the museum are the names of some of the 18,166 New Zealanders who died during World War I. Always loved the volcanic section of this museum. You can actually go inside a house and feel the effects of the volcano and earthquakes. This is a wonderful museum. $25 to enter. Second time I've been here and still just as good as I can remember.
Beneath the waves, what saved it from disappearing altogether was the renewed vigour of the collision between the Australian plate and the Pacific plate, which pushed the land out of the sea again.
This video shows how New Zealand formed from masses of volcanoes. There's 48 extinct volcanoes just in the Auckland area.
Just felt a
strikes that can be dangerous and cause widespread damage to property. Minimising the risk of destruction due to a natural disaster, such as a volcanic eruption, is a matter of being prepared.
It's Friday, 11:40, September the 5th, and we just arrived at Christchurch Airport. Very nice airport too. I'm sure it's a new one that's been built after the earthquake. It's 1 o'clock and we've arrived at Southwark Apartments. They don't have our apartment ready yet. We'll be ready now, so we're going for a walk down to Quake City. Here's some of the damage from the earthquake that happened just 4 years and 2 days ago on the 4th of September 2010. We're in the centre of the city. Looks a bit like a bomb site. We're absolutely freezing here. Wind chill factor is probably about -2 degrees. And we're going to see the quake. They run out of electricity, so you have to cycle to get the movie to go. Is that right, Harris?
Yep.
No electricity in Christchurch? Have to cycle. After the earthquake, our plans to rebuild Christchurch.
They will form the centre piece of an exciting cultural and entertainment area in the heart of the city.
So now heading back to the hotel. It's about 4 degrees and this guy's standing out in the bitter cold singing to himself, so Harris is going to give him a couple of dollars. This is part of what they call the red zone, where most of the earthquake activity occurred. A lot of buildings collapsed, including various churches, fire rises, office blocks. See the one in the background there, lost its roof. All been rebuilt. Of course, a lot of the buildings have been destroyed. There's these temporary cafes set up all over the place. We've seen about half a dozen of them. We just bought a Pluto pup, which in Kiwi land is called a hot dog, but we know them as Pluto pups. And we checked and they only have beef and venison, which is not too bad, no pork. So here's the kitchenette in our little apartment. No, she's just pushing me out of the way. Is our bed we got to share.
Take a few.
And this is the shared kitchen. Eating area. We've got a little balcony. House playing silly buckets, big TV. There's stupid over there. So we're going to cook ourselves some steak, or maybe we're going to have some seafood tonight. Just after 8:30 and we're about to leave for Hanmer Springs, which is about an hour and a half to 2 hours drive. And here we are, we arrived in Hanmer Springs. Harris has fallen asleep on the way because it took about 2 hours. Looking up the main drag. It's actually a sunny day, so it's not too cool. Temperature's probably around 15 degrees. Now we've got to find out where the thermal springs are for Harris. And here's the entrance to the thermal pools. Pools? How do you say it?
Pools.
Pools. There's $10 entrance for
The thermal pools.
for young fellas, and for old buggers over 60 it's 15. So $25
And have a
altogether.
nice relaxing swimming.
Just found out the spectators only pay $2, so Harris is going for a swim for 10 and not spectating. Notice the water slide up in the back corner. Number of thermal pools. You can see the steam coming off them actually.
So bad.
So here's the main man. Here's my hero. What do you do? Need to pee and need to go to the toilet as usual. You can see the steam coming off the thermal pools. Up the back here area now, where there's water slide. Paris has just returned from the toilets.
Water is so cold. It's like on the floor.
Very sunny day. Paris is going for his first go on the water slide. Probably 3 or 4 slides here. And here's Harris catching up on his training. No running so far, but a bit of swimming. This one's the warmest pool, which is the pool spa, therapy spa they call it. Unfortunately Harris can't go in there because there's adults only. We came to New Zealand because Harris wanted to see the snow, but unfortunately it's not a good year for snow. Worst they've had for a while, they said. And that snow in the distance is about 4 hours drive away. So fortunately our boy, he won't get to see snow. Just some of the country that we're travelling through in the Canterbury area.
Beautiful scenery.
Beautiful scenery, as Harry says. And they say there's more sheep in New Zealand than there are people. Can believe it.
Should I take a video or a camera? Camera.
Such a beautiful day, we thought we'd hit the beach. Only problem is it's about 10 degrees.
And the waves are like 2 inches.
Waves aren't real big. There's a couple of people out there. This lady here indicates how sunny and warm it is. But there are some hardy souls in there. Waikuku Beach Surf Lifesaving Club. So we travelled about 2 hours from Christchurch. Up to Hanmer Springs. And then back to Christchurch. There's the main man. It's a rough old road. It's a rough ride. So the cost of this was $30, $20 for me and $10 for Harris, one way. Return would have been 25 and 12. We're going to walk down.
Takes a 40-minute walk down.
Here's the view of Lyttleton, and Christchurch is around the corner of that hill.
We're the first ones to come in.
We're the first ones. It didn't open till 10 o'clock. Luckily we didn't come here early, which was our plan. Been hanging around for a while, but we only waited about 15 minutes. This is coming to the steep section. Now we're getting high. It's only about a 5-minute ride to get to the top. You can see the bay over there. And a road. So it looks like at some stage they used to drive up here. Unbelievable. Look at the rocks on the road there. Right under. Nearly there. Now in the restaurant area, Harris has gone to the toilet. And now we're looking down, we can see in the distance Christchurch. It's Christchurch town in the distance. And swinging around. There's also Mount Howard. Right in the distance there. A nice flat ride with salmon sandwich. There's Harris having half with me. Salmon roll was so good, Harris has bought another one. Here he goes. Here's my handsome son. So if we swing around, I'm standing outside now, outside the restaurant and shop. We're swinging around to Lyttleton Harbour and the lake, Lake Elsbeth here. And there's the shop and the restaurant upstairs. We're now heading back. Not sure whether they're going to charge us, we only paid for one direction. They looked a bit scary walking back. So
No,
we'll see whether they charge us on the way down. Otherwise we've saved all of $7. They might hit us when we get down the bottom. Might ask us for a ticket. Here's my travelling mate. Looking out here. So we're now heading to Akaroa, which has a harbour. It's about 85 kilometres from where we were in the gondolas, in just over an hour. After a slow trip driving up this hill here, doing about 35-40 k's an hour, we came to the hilltop view here, overlooking Akaroa. It's a beautiful day today. Still only about 15-16 degrees though. Now we're heading off down to Akaroa Harbour. After a fairly scary drive down the hill, sitting on about 30 kilometres an hour, going around hairpin bends, got down the bottom here. Water's very, very blue. After about an hour and a half driving down some very windy roads at only 30 to 40 kilometres an hour, got down the bottom here to Akaroa. Apparently in the distance there, that wharf is where it's all happening, where you get your fish and chips. Harris is actually asleep in the car at the moment. I think the long drive got to him. Gonna head over to that wharf over there. Pick up our fish and chips. World champion. There's a world-renowned Akaroa fish and chip shop. So the sign says anyway. Now we're at the Akaroa wharf. Come down to get some fish and chips here. That was probably worth the trip down here. It's a beautiful area. We've just ordered some fish and chips for $10 from this place here. It's all fresh. There's Harris, not feeling too well. In the distance is the town of Akaroa. About an hour and a half from Christchurch. Good hour and a half. Not a very pleasant drive for me on the winding roads. But nice when you get here. Bit more of a shot of Akaroa. Sarah's there, not feeling well today. And this is a little shop where we bought our fish and chips for $10. It's Father's Day today, so quite a few people out. So here's our New Zealand fish and chips. Nice piece of fish. And some big chips.
Fish.
What is it, Harris?
Fish and chips.
How's it taste, Harris? Hey, Cuz. How is it, Cuz?
Wait, it's hot.
Too hot to taste.
It's all good.
It's all good? Good as gold? This is the famous Akaroa Hotel in the walking street, which is here. And Harris is going off walking, trying to find a place to buy an ice block. It's Monday morning. It's about 10 to 7. We're just about to be picked up to take into Mount Hutt for a day's skiing for Harris. There he is, all rugged up. That's where we're heading. Should be there about 9:30.
Under the seat in rentals there should be a big white plastic box and it's got snowman written on it, so you can put your shoes in there for the day.
Well, all I can say is that was about the most unpleasant 30 minutes of my life, winding up and around those bends. Very few barriers hanging over the edge, and we finally made it. Things I do for you, Harris. So I really didn't enjoy it. Anyway, we're up here. It's Mount Hutt. You can see the chairlifts going up. And there's the ski slopes.
It's not as cold as I thought.
It's not actually cold up here at all.
I'm Rod.
Harris is going to go up to the top there. This is a beautiful day today because the entry at the moment is about 9:45. So just about $135 for the rental gear, a pass for the day and instruction throughout the day, which to me is a pretty good idea. And we're in the rental section now. $135, you get $5 back for your pass when you return it, so it works out $130 a day. So time to put the moon boots on. Size 10 moon boots.
Done.
Just collecting the snowboard.
So this one though, so once you strap in, so put your heel in here, go up here, put this across like that, wrap it down nice and tight.
After getting all kitted out, he's got his gear there. Actually only got the boots. And then he's gone to the instructor here. He's got a day's worth of instruction, lunch, and also chairlift pass for the day. Chairlift right in front here, and this is where the care club meets. Instructions for the day. Intermediate slope up there, beginner slope down the bottom. People skiing right at the top of the slope there. Imagine they're the advanced ones coming all the way down, steep slope. Harris has got his instructor. Very lucky he's the only one in the group. Actually got 2 instructors and just him. Harris's first run on his snowboard. Just hold on, son. Oh, there we go. Hey! Fall over. First fall. He wants to know whether I got on the camera, I think. Second attempt. Won't go where it wants it to go, I don't think.
So
you get the hang of it.
First go today?
Yep. It's his first go.
Well done, son.
There are TV screens every 10 metres with delayed playback. So you can watch yourself as you go up like this.
Ha! Fantastic. I mean, here
Second
in New
run.
Zealand, if you're 10 and under, most ski fields, it's free. Can you hear Mummy Alec?
It's the third one. There's a little elevator on the side. Takes them at the top and then they snowboard down. It's down again.
Do it one more time. This time freeze where you land. Freeze where you land.
Okay, he's
So
getting
okay,
it
we're
now.
not falling backwards anymore, that's good. Up for you. I'll let you catch him, it's alright. That's pretty much where I want you to be thinking of when you're skiing. When we're skiing, we need to be in next stop. You want to have a go?
Sign says 4 degrees, but with the sun out, it feels about 15, 17 degrees. There's the chairlifts. 2 chairlifts here in this area. There's another one further over. There's the intermediate slope. The distance is beginner slope where Harris is down again over there. It's the instructor. And cafeteria, lodge. Yeah. Very relaxed atmosphere here. Everyone's just having a good time. No pressure on anything. I'm just wandering around having a look. Hard to appreciate how steep these slopes are. Going quite fast too. This is a shot of the area with full snow coverage. See Mount Hanmer, parking area down the bottom and in the middle. All the slopes covered. My, how things can change in an instant. It's now 20 to 12. Suddenly this haze has come over, can't see anything. That's the mountain I just looked up. Now we can't see anything on the mountain. So hopefully we get down alright. And here comes Harris out of the fog. Lunchtime, I think. Just like magic, after lunch the fog's lifted and Harris is back into it. There he is up on the slope. Go Harris. Up speed now. Well done, son. Here he goes on the chairlift again. Fog's coming in again, but there goes Harris with his instructor. So Harris has gone all the way up on the chairlift, up to the top of the hill there. Right up the top of the hill. And he walks across, finds the trail over here. He comes all the way down this trail here. Find that ridge there. Then he comes down this part here. I think he's just about there. It's up in that section there. Just coming down now. Here he comes. Oops. Off again.
내가 보기에 저 위에는 어찌됐든 모르지만 여기 내가 볼 수 있는 이 밑에 부분에 있어서는 나연이가 탄 것보다 저쪽이 훨씬 쉬워. 여기는 거의 인사가 여기는 만만해. 이게 훨씬 남자가 만만해.
Back up the hill again. Have another go. Right up to the top of the hill. Harris is now going to attempt the big one. There's this one here quite steep. Harris is off again, it's time to attempt the big one. Here he comes. One more. Well done, Harris. This is where it starts, winding down the mountain. Up the top there somewhere. There he is. Here he goes. Up he goes again. This is about 5 runs on the big slope and about 5 on the small slope. So we have the cafeteria and the ski club downstairs, toilets, amenities, etc. And then looking up the hill, Mount Hutt. It's the ski fields. There's actually 3 chairlifts. There's one behind me over the ski field. There's one right to the top and one about 3/4 of the way up. Harris has gone about 3/4 of the way up. It's a good deal. Harris paid $125, had a ski instructor for the whole day and included breakfast as well and the hire of gear. Harris. Skipping on, well done mate. The snow is very powdery, you can hear it scrunching under the feet. Very good for skiing apparently. So I finished the day snowboarding. No injuries luckily. Well, it's nearly 4 o'clock and we're just leaving Mount Hutt. Always makes it a little bit difficult driving down the road, particularly on the side of the hill when you can't see ahead because of low cloud. There's the drop into the abyss. That's the view out the window. After Harris had a long sleep until about 9:30, a 12-hour sleep. We're now departing hotel 10:15. Checkout was 10 o'clock. And heading around town and then off to the airport and home. So a little tour of the Botanical Gardens before we go to the airport. Christchurch is famous for these gardens. All the big magnolias are in bloom. It's nice pink ones and white ones. This is the Avon River which circles the Botanical Gardens. You can get a punt to go around because it's only about 1 metre deep all the way around. But no punts seem to be working today. Not sure what's going on here between the ducks. Duck mating ritual.
They're trying to eat food.
Well, they're fighting over food.
Oh, the bit of net.
We're at the airport, about to board, go home and Harris having his favourite sushi. $6 New Zealand. Petrol's expensive. $2.20 a litre. You put $84 worth.
Because it was empty.
Here, Harris, speak Kiwi.
We're going back to the Gold Coast.
We're leaving the Canterbury Plain. You can see in the distance the snow-capped mountains that we visited. Stretching right in the distance there.